Alright, I think I'm just gonna get into the video. Yeah. Yes. Heyo! Belle here, and I'm super excited for this video because it's like super spur of the moment, very out of nowhere, and I'm just inspired right now, so I decided to do this video. I'm doing it because it's important to me and I feel like I should talk about this. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, and I'm super happy to have you, and I hope that you will chime in the comments because I really liked hearing from you guys. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to like the video, become a member of the Unicorn fam, and get your sparkle on. And so yes, we're gonna move on to the video now, so here we go. Whoop. So pretty much, God, this is gonna be a little bit harder than I thought. Pretty much my both grandparents passed away. One about 10 years ago, my grandmother, and then my grandfather passed away last year in April, and their house is up for sale now, so everybody was, you know, kind of scrambling to figure out who's getting what furniture and who's getting what things, because there was a lot of things in their house just kind of left over. And I wanted to come up and tell you guys, you know, what are the things that I found important to keep. Not only that, but just like what sparked my interest that was just kind of laying around the house that had been there for God knows how long, because they lived in that house for like, I have no idea how long, but all I know is they were married for over 50 years before my grandmother passed away, which is like the craziest thing. My grandfather was 90 when he passed away also last year, which is like, to me, is nuts. Like, how do you even live that long? Like, holy crap. Getting away from the point, these are things that I found at my grandparents' house that I wanted to share with you guys because I kind of wish I would have found them earlier. I kind of wish I would have found them when they were still alive so that they could talk to me about them and so they could tell me some of the significance that they had with them. And I'm gonna try really hard not to cry because I didn't realize that this was gonna actually be an emotional thing for me. But you know what? It's cool. It's really cool because I found things that I actually, funny enough, I kind of like needed and wanted, and it helped to where I didn't need to go out and buy these things. But yeah, so let's just get started. So one of the things I found was, a couple of things actually, were pictures of my grandparents, which are really old pictures, and they're super cute, and they're so vintage photography. I mean, like, they're the coolest thing, and it's like, wow. And I'm not sure what celebration that they were having at this point. I have no clue what they were celebrating because, like, see, there's a cake and like all the things. But yeah, these are just great pictures of my grandparents, like old pictures, and they're freaking great. So yeah, these are my grandparents, you know, Severo and Fela, there they are, and they look freaking adorable, and that's why they made it 50 years of marriage. You know, it's like actually more than 50 years. I don't know how many years it actually was, but either way, at the point, awesome photographs of my grandparents. And then I have more, but these are kind of the only two that I have of them together, that are really nice old photos. So then I found this photo of my dad, which I think is like freaking hilarious and awesome and adorable at the same time because me and my dad look alike a lot. So there's my daddy, and he's got, like, I don't know what that is, a khaki like jacket, windbreaker, like fluffy windbreaker on with jeans and like Nikes, it looks like, which is like the funniest thing ever to me because, like, who knew, you know, who knew that my dad dressed like that when he was a kid? And then I found this really silly photo of my dad, which is like the cutest thing ever, and I love it because it kind of shows part of where I get my craziness from, right? And here's my dad on Halloween one year, and that's him. That's how tall and lanky and like flaquito and skinny he is. And I don't really think you can see his face, but he's dressed up like an old man in a bathrobe and like with sunglasses and a headband, like a sweatband or whatever. Oh my god, it has a date on it! But okay, but it doesn't make sense because it says it's March 19th, 1982. Like, why is he dressing up? He said this was for Halloween, but it was March 19th, 1982, which doesn't make sense because it's not October. Anyways, but yeah, so moving on, I wanted to show you some of the items that I found that were just like really cool. My grandmother used to sew a lot. And she was kind of like me where she bought things for projects a lot and never actually went through with the project. So she had a lot of material, like just everywhere in this one big sewing room that she had. She had several sewing machines, and I think that she had like 5 of them or something like that just hanging around the house after, you know, after she passed away. It's crazy because like everybody wanted one, and I'm over here just like, I don't know how to use it, so I don't need one. Plus it's probably gonna break down on me because it's old, I think. So I kept things that were like a little bit different. I wish I would have cleaned this off before I actually showed it to you guys, but I mean, in its original form. This is a attachments rotary for a, I believe it was a Singer sewing machine, and it's an old one, like, and it doesn't even have a year on it. Like, that's the silly thing. I wish it did, because it would have been like even cooler to know how old this thing was. But yeah, it's freaking, like, look at it. It's super cool. So now what I use it for is kind of silly, but I use it for my clippies and weird stuff, dingly dongly thingies, all the things. So many colors, and it's really cute because look at all this really nice, like, this nice little, like, what do you call this? I'm gonna be here for an hour trying to figure out what it's called. Oh, lining. It's a really nice lining with this cool purple material, and it's still intact, basically. I mean, who knew? Oh my god, my nose. Don't you hate it when you get emotional and your nose starts running? It's like the worst thing ever. And then I got another little box from the same sewing room, and it says Nechi. I don't know what that is. I kind of think it might have been like a glasses case, but I am now using it for a sewing kit. So it's got all the things in it, like all the things. This was super cute too. So those are my 2 boxes that I got, these little guys, and they're like, I repurposed them for things that I needed them for, and it made it so I didn't have to go out and buy little boxes for myself. Oh, since we're still in the sewing room, like the things that I found in the sewing room, I found this, and this is like the coolest thing because it's like so vintage and so, like, I didn't even know that they did this before. This is a little box. It's like a little jewelry box, but what's in here is like freaking weird. And I never would have known that this was something that politicians used to do. Like, and I know it sounds really weird because I'm segueing into this really the worst way. It's a box of thimbles, right? And so there's metal ones, there's a brass one. I think, no, that's a metal one too. You know what? My mom took the brass one. I gave her the brass one. Anyways, not the point. So back in the day, apparently, there was a man named Hugh Anderson. Anderson, you see it? Hugh Anderson is running for sheriff, and apparently they used to make thimbles for the wives. Here's another one, re-elect state senator for a 2nd term, Kilmer Corbin. And I don't know if you can really see that, but like, yeah, it says Kilmer Corbin, 2nd term. And it's like, it's crazy stuff. Like, I did not know that they used to make, like I guess, campaign material like this, where it's a thimble. I don't even know what year because it doesn't say. Oh yeah, it does. This one says 86. So apparently back in 86, they used to make thimbles for campaign management, campaign, you know, slogans, and like re-elect this guy, whatever, for the wives, so that they would kind of have it in their mind to be like, oh, I'm gonna go vote. Hey, who is that guy I was gonna vote for? Oh, he gave me a thimble. That's how it works. So yeah, that's my little box of thimbles now, and they're like freaking, to me, they're like priceless. I mean, that's the coolest thing ever, is just to learn that they used to do that. Like, I had no idea. Moving on. Next thing we got, and I needed this so bad, and there was no way that I was gonna find one, like, actually find one at a store, because they don't freaking make them anymore. Next thing that I'm gonna show you guys is like legit. I showed this on Twitch the other day. I thought it was super cute. By the way, I have a Twitch now. You should check it out. I'll link it in the description below. This is what I found, and it was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So I don't know if anybody remembers what this is. I don't know if you can hear me either, but for those of you that don't know what this is a VCR VHS tape rewinder. I needed this so bad because the one freaking VCR that I found at my mom's that works doesn't rewind properly. Basically, I have to be playing the video and rewinding it at the same time in order to use it. Yes, I still have a VCR. Yes, I still have VHS. Yes, I still have VHS tapes. Only a few of them. I kept just several of them because they're movies that I cannot find online at all, anywhere, Pirate Bay, nothing. And they're out of circulation, like they no longer make them. So I had to go and get my VCR and my VHS tapes, at least the very, very rare ones that I can't find anywhere else. And when I found out my VCR doesn't rewind properly, it sucked so bad. So I was super excited to find this at my grandma's house, and I love it, and it has made my life like super awesomely easier because I don't have to watch the video when I do the things. Hey meow. I'm filming. Nice. I'm doing that. Okay, bye. So yeah, so there's these. And this is a big, huge help. And then...
Oh my god, I moved the camera. Oh my god, I moved the camera.
So then, next thing, my grandmother liked to sew a lot, but she never, you know... Well, anyway, so moving on, I got a lot of material from her sewing room. And this is what my, you know, thing that I want to show you guys also. So I got this really cool fabric. It's a lot of fabric. I mean, like, a lot. And this is my favorite color, so it's going to be perfect for my new outdoor hangout area that I'm gonna make under my carport because, well, let's be honest, I have a really small house. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my carport into a like girl cave, I guess, if you want to call it that. I think that would be probably the best thing that we could call it, a girl cave. This is what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put this really nice big piece of fabric, oh Jesus, I'm hurting myself, across my posts that are holding up the carport so that people can't look into the carport, because there is going to be like a bike, lawn furniture, all these things, because I already got, oh, that was the other thing, and I can't bring the lawn furniture in here. I did get lawn furniture from my grandparents, and it's beautiful, and it's like practically brand new. I guess they just never used it. Probably was like chilling in the garage forever, and no one ever used it, and it's beautiful, and I have it now, and I'm super excited to use it finally, whenever Amanda comes over to my house, and actually comes to my house. That's why we always film at her house, because she doesn't want to come to my house. This is a shout out to you, Amanda. You better get over here, because dang, I have lived in this house for 3 years. 3 years, and this bitch has not come to my house. She's a poop, and she hasn't come to my house to visit me. Not once. It's not gonna be. I got this guy, that's gonna be for the carport, and it's gonna be super cool, like filling my little area, like another area full of things that are just joyful for me. Eventually I will do a room tour, which will be very, very, very short, but yeah, later on. So then I got that material, I got this one, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make this into scrunchies because it's pretty, and I know you guys can't hear me right now. It looks like Katana. Oh my god, I could totally make I could make a Katana, or is it Kitana? Or Katana, I don't know. Katana from Mortal Kombat. This is like the perfect color for her. And so I think I'm gonna keep this. I think I could make a really cute Katana costume, like cosplay costume, out of this, and it would be really, really cool. But I do need to lose like 20 pounds before I do that. Yes, my weight is an issue for me. Yes, the way I look is an issue for me. Now you know, if you didn't already know. And then this, I'm gonna make a little cover for Sergi's computer stuff, because he works here from home, and he has like this really cool office, and it's like badass. But the thing is that he has his one little section from the things that he does for actual work. He recently let me know that he wants to cover it up while he's doing all of the other things that he's doing in his room, because that's also his like man cave, playroom, video game room, PC master race rig room, all the things. So we're gonna make a thing out of this so that we can cover up his work stuff, and he doesn't have to look at it for a little while. And it's funny because I just got like the cutest colors too. Didn't I get the cutest colors? I got the coolest ones. Everybody else got like plaid and shit. I got this. This is the coolest stuff. So just yesterday, I went one last time with my cousin Amanda to my grandparents' house to see if there was anything else that we could possibly salvage. And so I found this thing, and it was kind of just like sitting there, and I looked at it, and I didn't know what it was, but it looked weird, and I was like, that is so covered in dust. What is that? Something compelled me to pick it up and look at it, and you're never gonna believe what it is. So I've always wanted a Polaroid camera. Like, for some reason, something about them has always been very intriguing to me. I never understood how they work, and I've always wanted to know, but I never thought, oh, let me go on eBay and buy one for $12, which apparently that's how much they are, like 12 to 20 bucks. I never thought to do that, and I'm a dum-dum for doing that, but at the same time, this would have been so much less awesome if I ever would have done that. Like, if I already had a Polaroid camera, this wouldn't have been as cool of a find in my grandmother's house. But so I found this, and it's really crazy. This is a Pronto Polaroid land camera, and it is pretty much in like really good shape. I can see you guys through it, and you guys look so cute. We did some research, and it turns out that you have to have the cartridge in order to use the camera at all, because the cartridge has the battery built into the cartridge, the film cartridge. So basically you open it up, you pop it open like this. Oh. That's gonna be there. But yeah, if you pop it open, yeah, there you go. Right, and there you go, that's your little guy, and you stick your cartridge in there. That's what she said. And that's how you get your film in there, and at the same time the film cartridge itself, the little box, has the battery that helps it run, that makes it run, and that's how you use it, which is really, really cool. I did not know that until yesterday when I brought it home. Serge and I were looking it up, and there's just so much to this little thing that I didn't even know, and now I know, and it's like super legit, and I'm just so excited about it. This is like the most exciting thing about my whole, that I finds from my grandmother's house. This is the coolest thing that I found. and I am super excited to find out whether or not it works, but I have to pay $18 to get a cartridge, and I don't have any, you know, cash to spend at the moment, because that's the way life is, and sometimes you ain't got no cash to spend, but that's okay, because we do all the things anyway. But yeah, so also I just wanted to say, like, if you guys still have your grandparents in your life, talk to them like they're people. Talk to them like they have lived 3 times longer than you, and they have insight, and they are interesting, and they have a life to talk about. Talk to them like they're people. Don't fall into talking to your grandparents like they're children. I know it sounds weird, and I hope that no one gets offended by me saying that, but apparently it's a thing that people tend to do, and it's kind of annoying for elderly people, because they're like, dude, I am literally 3 times older than you, and you're talking to me like I was born yesterday. Like, okay, so that's one thing. That's just how I feel. We just read up on this stuff, and I feel like it's kind of important that I say that. Also, ask your grandparents about stuff around the house. Ask them if they can tell you about stories and things like that. I wish I would have known more about this and more about, you know, these things and like sewing and things like that from my grandmother. I wish I would have asked her more questions when she was around. I wish I would have asked my grandfather more questions when he was around, because I didn't know. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't know about my grandfather. Like, he collected coins. Like, how do you not know that about your grandparents? You know, so I'm saying, make sure that if you do still have your grandparents in your life and they're still around, you need to ask them questions. Ask them about what interests them. Ask them about what makes them tick, because it's important to them, and they will be so happy to share it with you and joke with you and just like tell you about their life, because who doesn't love sharing that stuff, especially with somebody who's younger, who's, you know, moldable, who can be taught things. Older people are so much more awake than we are, and it's very unfortunate that, you know, as a society, we don't really see that as an asset to ourselves. See your grandparents and your parents as an asset, so that you can learn more and more about life, and especially life from before, because that stuff is crazy. Like, it's crazy. We need to know this stuff, and it's important, it's interesting, it's like, it's nuts. So anyways, guys, what I'm trying to say is, try to make a relationship with your grandparents, because I didn't have that very much. I mean, like, I didn't know too much about my grandparents, and I wish I did now, but it's pretty much too late at this point. I'll see them later, you know, at least that's what I believe. I'll see them later, and I mean, whatever you believe is perfectly fine to you too, but yeah, that's what I believe. I will see them later, and eventually we're gonna be all reconnected in heaven. That's just me. Anyways, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it, and it's like such a soul-soothing, healing thing for me. I'm really glad that I got to make this video for you guys, and if you have any suggestions for other videos that you'd like to see, let me know. I mean, any products that you want me to test out, if you want to send them to me, I'll, you know, you can DM me on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and I'll get back to you. Let me know if you want to, you know, if you want an address so that you can send me stuff to try, because I am literally super broke right now. Like, I can't do anything by myself. It's really difficult. So pretty much that's the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad you were here with me today to spend time with me, and I enjoyed my time with you guys. I will be doing a big video, something soon, for the fact that we got 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for chilling with me and hanging out with me and giving me that, you know, that heart to heart. Here, you know, click the button, man, because that makes me feel like so freaking good, because it's like, oh my god, somebody's listening to me. I'm going out on the airwaves for you guys, and someone's there, and someone's hearing this. And any of you guys who are hearing this, thank you so much. I love you so much, and you are perfect just as you are, and please don't change. No matter what anybody says, please don't change. Put out kindness and love, and just be yourself. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try not to get emotional. Keep it together, keep it together. I'm just really, really happy right now, and when I get happy, I get emotional. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are, and I will see you soon. God bless you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at HeyOBelle and HeyOBelleMonster, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye! Lips are getting dry. Hold on one second. Gotta open this thing. And I don't even, you know, it's funny. You guys ever, this is a really weird thing that I do, but I mean, I do it. You guys ever look in drawers, like at work or whatever, that you're not supposed to look in, and find things that are just laying there, and they obviously haven't been used forever, so you just take them? I don't know if anybody else does that. Chime in if you do in the comments below. Anyways, but yeah, so I saw this, and it's called Lip Balm, which is like the weirdest thing. I'm pretty sure this is like out of Austin or something weird, because it's Austin, so it's gotta be weird. This is what I'm talking about. It's called Lip Shit. I don't know if it's ever gonna focus. And it's blackberry honey, and it's super good, but I found it in the bathroom at work, in the drawer, and no one was using it, so I took it. Sue me. She would come up with projects, and then she would probably not actually go through with the project, which is what I'm saying. I do that a lot. I have a lot of things here in this room that I really want to do, but I haven't done them yet. Like, I have boxes of things laying around forever that I have not worked on because I just forget, or I am not like as committed to doing the thing as I thought I was. Whatever, you know, things. I do this. It's hereditary. So they say. I don't want to go. Like, it's weird, but I don't want to go. Like, for some reason, I don't want to go. This is like the way that I feel right now. Just saying.